So this is the video for central finance configuration. It is in continuation with the previous videos, and what we have covered so far is something looks like this. We have covered setup systems, mappings, clearing transfer, initial load settings, initial load preparation for management accounting, and initial load execution for financial accounting. So this has been covered, and the recommendation is when you start watching the videos, you watch it in sequence. That's why these numbers have been given, so that you get what exactly the benefit out of the sequential configuration. So in today's video, we will cover replication settings for profit center accounting. We'll talk about all the steps included in this. So this is video number 12, and do not forget to like the videos, and of course, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to post it in the YouTube comment section. So the first point is preparation, but before we go to preparation, I'll just show you the architecture that how profit center accounting documents are replicated. In source system, we generally have classic profit center accounting ECPCA, and in S4HANA it is based on Universal Journal. So until now, posting happened only in ECPCA, and the new functionality replicates ECPCA internal postings from allocations, assessment, distribution, manual postings. So all those are replicated. And then there are some activities to be done in source system which are needed, and you have to activate line item and online transfer, and you have also customized complete the group customizing activities, which we will talk now. So setting for source system. So when you click on configuration, the first part is setting for source system, in which you define the ledger, and therefore also called the ledger group in customizing for accounting, and this must not contain the leading ledger. So any non-leading ledger you have, you should include this by logical system. So of course, logical system can be AP2 or PC0, CLNT 700, for example, client 700. You include ledger group which is not leading ledger. So you have to ensure that you are not including your leading ledgers. Now coming to setting for company code, that's the next configuration node. In this activity, you define the company code, you define the document type, and you define the GL account and profit center. Now how does it look is, first is company code, and for each company code level you define document type, which means its document type is assigned to the FI posting that is created from ECPCA. So those document types in your source system which are assigned to the profit center accounting postings should be assigned here. And the GL account is if a replicated profit center accounting does not balance to zero, an additional line item has to be created, of course, to balance the line item, because in source profit center may be on one leg only and the other leg is not balancing. So then system will balance it in when it posts into the CFIN system, and an additional line is posted to the GL account that you specify here. So you can specify a static GL account, and each time that GL account will be used. And then profit center, it is a profit center number, and if a replicated PCA does not balance to zero, again the same case, an additional line has to be created in the posting, and this profit center will be assigned to that additional posting. So in the source side, the profit center will be missing for sure, because it is not assigned at every line. But in the target side, system will determine document type, GL account for that, and then profit center from this table. So this table has to be maintained in pretty cautious way, because this is something will derive your financials. Now these are the settings, and now we come to the simulation. So this is a kind of simulation tool which you should be able to do the kind of simulate that how things look like when they move from source system to target system. So in this, it is at a company code level. You can put fiscal year, or you can maybe put a document number, and then you can put, for example, initial load simulation for the particular source system, and you can carry out the simulation of ongoing replication and initial load for PCA document. In simulation, system checks data mapping as well as posting checks. So if anything is not balancing on the source side, if your setting is correct on the target side, it checks everything, and it is just a simulation, so there is no real posting happen here, and it is in the same environment. And in target system, you will see those in AIF, you will see PCA underscore doc underscore SM is the interface name within FinCF, which we should be able to see your simulated data. You can also run this particular report rather than going into CFIN IMG. You can directly run it from the front end. It is Fin CFIN PCA SIMO. That's how it looks like. You execute this report, it gives you comparison. Okay, in source system you have 12 documents, in central system you have 6, and document not in CFIN is 6. And then if you get into the document level detail, you can see the breakup, why, what is being failed, and you will see the line item count, period, fiscal year, target company code, source company code, and what documents are in error. So this is kind of good comparison report. Before you do actual initial load, you should always run this simulation tool for ongoing replication as well as for initial load both. So if you see here, you have both options. General simulation is for ongoing replication and initial load simulation is for initial load. So you should do it both to ensure things looks good and your configuration is really posting the right financials at a profit center level, because else if you don't do it wrongly, then your profit center reporting may get impacted and you may run into an issue. So that's why it is important. And the next is the actual execution. When you see simulation is good, your accounting is looking fine. In this activity, you actually define the starting fiscal year for the initial load of ECPCA document from your source system of one company code at a time. So it is important, try to do it one company code at a time. Then initial load transfer balances for periods prior to the starting period for ongoing replication that you defined in the start of transfer. This includes all balances for period from starting fiscal year up to the period immediately before starting period of the ongoing replication. So if for example you are saying 3/2017, so for 1 to 3 it will bring all the balances, and from period number 4 it will start the replication. And you can also click on display initial load result. It will display on the front end. Otherwise it is just mostly the back end activity, and then you have to go into error resolution mode. So that's about it. Is of course simulation and execution of initial load is something not a configuration activity, rather the project execution activity. However, settings for source system and settings for company code is something the activity to be done on during configuration. However, if something goes wrong, you always have an option to delete again. So as standard SAP gives an option to delete initial load data, which we saw in previous videos, the normal accounting document initial load can be deleted, CO document initial load can be deleted. Similarly, PCA data can be deleted. So you have choice. Of course, it requires effort, it requires time, it will result in cost, but you have option if you do something wrong. So that's about a profit center accounting replication. In the next video, we will cover replication setting for cost estimate and activity rates, which will be video number 13. And with this, we will be completing our CFIN overview and configuration from initial load and replication perspective. Of course, after that, we have to go to central payment and cross system process control, and we will talk about some bodies again with SLT configurations and source system configuration. However, CFIN IMG we will be completing very soon, and stay tuned for video number 13 where we talk about cost estimate and activity rates. Do not forget to subscribe the channel. More videos will be coming in on different type of configuration, and then we will come to S4HANA as well. So do not forget to share the videos with your friends and colleagues, and also please feel free to post the comments if you have any questions, if you have any doubt, if you have any suggestions. So for now, thank you so much and have a nice day.